Hi everyone, Kate here from henareandkate.com. I'm wondering, do you want to live a more meaningful life? Be more connected to yourself? Be more authentic? Be more open? Well, today we're going to look at choosing vulnerability. You know, most of us have experienced times in our life when we've really put ourselves out there in one way or another. And then what's happened is that we've ended up with either a broken heart or a broken ego. And then we make the quick connection that, well, exposing our truth equals vulnerability, and then vulnerability equals pain. So what we've done is we've closed ourselves off. Well, you know, for most of us, this happened so long ago that we adapted and we don't even realize that this is the way in which we are being. And then we look out there, and because everyone else is doing it also, well, it just becomes normal. You know, it's no coincidence that vulnerability, the word vulnerability, is often synonymous with the word weakness. So I've experienced a new level of vulnerability just recently. I've been further pulling back layers of stuff which I'd been putting in place years ago to unconsciously protect me. Well, peeling back those layers, on one hand, I felt exposed. On the other hand, I felt exhilarated. The lightness of having that stuff gone was incredible. You know, there was this moment where I was standing on the stage and sharing authentically from my heart with tears spilling down my face, and it felt incredible to be so vulnerable, to be so connected, to be so authentically open to what's possible. What I know is that we get so used to how we do things, how we pretend and defend, that we no longer see that we're pretending and defending. You know, I was shocked to see the level to which I was still protecting myself. And I know that by not having to be this way anymore, I can put even more energy into the areas of life that are important to me. I can put more energy into creating more possibility in my life. For me, choosing vulnerability is the willingness to be open, the willingness to express my dreams, express my passions, to be open to really having possibility in my life, to be open to not knowing what's going to come next, but doing things that align with what I know is congruent with myself. Choosing vulnerability is being okay with not getting it right. You know, this really has challenged the ways in which I've been in the past around being a perfectionist. So for me, when I'm vulnerable, I'm okay with getting it wrong. I'm okay with people not agreeing with me, or I'm okay with people not even liking me. Being vulnerable, choosing vulnerability, takes loving myself fully, knowing that I am enough, and that it's enough that I'm enough. When we love parts of ourselves but not others, we act to defend and protect and keep hidden those parts of us that we authentically don't love or that we're not okay with. And what happens is that has us slip out of vulnerability, and it has us be in a mode of, well, protection and defensiveness. So I know that choosing vulnerability is about loving all parts of ourselves. So vulnerability, it looks like being open. It looks like being okay to be you. It looks like asking for help. It looks like being your biggest self in the world. Being vulnerable looks like being open to people, being able to really open your heart so that you can connect authentically with other people. Being vulnerable looks like taking risks at times, and it looks like openness, authenticness, and it looks like love. So what about for you? How does this fit into your life? Well, maybe you're a little bit out of practice of being vulnerable. If that's you, then perhaps just start small. Perhaps choose opportunities or moments every day where you can start practicing vulnerability. So maybe for you it's choosing opportunities where you can sort of move that mask to the side and start getting to know again who you really are, really expressing your true self. Or maybe for you, it's something that you're really beginning to explore vulnerability with yourself. And for you, maybe starting to look at what are the areas that being even more open, being even more authentic in, would really serve you and what's important to you in your life. Well, I'm going to leave you with the words of Brené Brown. Vulnerability sounds like truth. It feels like courage. Truth and courage aren't always comfortable, but they are never weakness. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's strength. It allows us to live, to have, to be more meaningful in our day-to-day moments.
Checked out the audio program yet? Laying the foundations of an empowered life. 8 discs, 9 modules, 1 workbook, combining stories and strategies to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Oh, and did you hear? There's $2,500 worth of bonuses. Go to www.henareandkate.com to find out more and receive a free video training series. See you over there.